What's up, guys? I want to share with you how I built a rooftop tent to go on the back of my truck. You'll want to watch this video all the way to the end because there's a special offer that I think you'd enjoy. So take a look at this. I started researching rooftop tents about 2 years ago, looking to purchase one. But as I did my research, I found that these things were quite expensive. And so my next option was to try and build one, do a DIY project. So of course the first thing I turned to was YouTube, looking for someone who may have taken on this project before. And that's when I found the guy that inspired me to build this. His name's Patrick Remington. Patrick had started a series of builds, building his second rooftop tent, which was going to be a clamshell. I had watched the first video and then awaited for the second video and the third video and so on, each time anticipating how much more I could learn and getting ready to start my own project. So after Patrick released his last video, then I started mine, which started somewhere around October of 2019. Patrick started a Facebook page in a community for builders to be able to share ideas about building their own DIY rooftop tents. Here I was able to gain a lot of knowledge about things and materials that I wanted to use for my own build. I started my project much like he did, starting with a base frame and then building the top frame with the seal to go around it. I changed my plans just a little bit because I wanted to add a vent in the top of mine and I needed structure to do that. Here you can see the luan after it was applied to the top. There was a lot of gluing and screwing stuff together, which later ended up removing a lot of the screws and using a filler to fill most of the holes before applying an epoxy resin. Once the struts were installed, it was time to start figuring out how I was going to sew this tent. This would be my most challenging part. My first attempt at trying to sew something on scrap material, and I kept having this problem. So it took me a couple nights to figure out what I was doing wrong, and then from there start making a pattern. I didn't do a lot of filming or pictures while doing the sewing portion of this. I wish I would have took pictures when I was doing the cutting and putting the doors in and sewing the zippers. But this was very challenging and I tried to focus on this every day as much as I could. I applied and sanded 4 coats of polyester resin to the outside of the frame. Then finished it off with an exterior deck paint that I sprayed on 4 coats. I will be applying 2 coats of polyurethane just to give it a final semi-gloss look. This color was really close to matching my truck. I used Reflectix material to insulate the bottom. Here I just held it in with some strong duct tape. Put a 4-inch memory foam topper over top of the Reflectix. I also added Reflectix to the top to help insulate it. I assembled it all back together and started to attach the tent. One final test before taking it out for my first night camping. As you can see, it's a very sleek design. It only stands 7 inches tall. It does measure 52 inches wide and about 84 inches long. With the help of the gas struts, it's a breeze to set this thing up. In just a couple minutes you can go from being completely closed to opened up, ready to sleep in. Sometimes you get a pocket of air that traps in there and it makes it a little bit hard to get it open. I also built a rain fly on the front of this thing to help shed water off the door, which comes in handy when it's raining or you got a lot of heavy dew. I just made some little support poles, put some grommets in it. I sewed a little flap that kind of comes down and covers up just so water can drain without running back into the tent when it's opened up. Sometimes it can be a hassle to put the tent back up with that little flap, but it's helped tremendously. I've already seen from using it. I bought this 8-foot extendable telescopic ladder to use, and this thing has shocked me how strong it is. It's made of aluminum.
Well, hey, Michelle. I didn't know you were in there. Oh, my. Does this tent come with its own Michelle? Awesome.
Everybody with its own blonde.
Everybody will want one now. Holy moly. So you just pop the tent up, go to open the door, and boom, there's a Michelle. All right. So what do you think, Michelle?
It's pretty cool.
Is it cozy?
Yep.
Is it comfy?
Yep.
All right. Plenty of room for 2 people?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. So inside we've got some lights in there that I put up for at night, and then back behind Michelle's head is I put an adapter back there that you can hang your phone on and watch movies at night. And so there's zippers on both sides of the fabric, so you got one on one side, one on the other, that zips up the door, and then the door will roll up and tuck away up top if it's a warm night and you just want some breeze. So I'm working on a mesh net to cover the door, and that will make it for when we go out on warm nights and we keep the bugs out. So Michelle likes it. Nice and comfy. It's Michelle approved.
Yep.
So, all right.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, the good thing about having a rooftop tent is you can deploy it anywhere. Going for a ride in the woods, take your tent, pop it up, it's on your truck, you're ready to go. Simple. What I liked about it the most was that on trips or kayaking trips, I can take this on my truck or my trailer and basically set up wherever, whether we be in a campground, whether we be on a trail near the river, whatever. So this was a great build for me. I enjoyed doing it. Special thanks to Patrick Remington for the ideas and the plans and the videos that he did, and putting up a Facebook group that helped a lot with the planning and the process of how to build it. There's still a few things to do and finish up, but I'm happy with it, and it's been a great experience building one of these, and I'm hoping to start my second one very soon. So for now, I think I'm just going to chill out, take a little nap.
So update to this video, I hope you've enjoyed it. I just got back from my second camping trip with the tent and had a great time. It worked out perfect. It was cold, in the upper 20s I believe outside, and it just snowed that day, so the tent performed really well. So here's the exciting news. I'm going to give this tent away. That's right, I'm going to give this tent away. I love it, but I want to build another one. Here's what I'm going to do. If I hit 1,000 subscribers, or the day that I do hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll do a giveaway for this tent. So go on my page, like the video, subscribe to my channel, help build my numbers, and as soon as I get to 1,000, I'm going to give this thing away to one of my subscribers. If you have any questions or comments about anything to do with the build, the materials I used, any questions you may have about your own build, DIY build, feel free to leave a comment below. If you just like the tent and like the job I did building it, leave a comment about that. But yeah, chicks dig rooftop tents. This is the only way I could get my wife to go winter camping, was to have something like this. So get started building your own. We'll see you in the next video.